Alright, let's dive into something that's been buzzing in the music world lately. Baker Boy's massive sweep at the 2026 National Indigenous Music Awards. But before we get into the wins, let me just say this. What makes this really interesting is how Baker Boy isn't just winning awards. He's redefining what it means to be a mainstream artist while staying deeply rooted in his culture. Personally, I think this is one of the most exciting stories in music right now because it's not just about the awards. It's about representation, innovation, and breaking barriers. So, here's the deal. Baker Boy took home Album of the Year for J&J, Song of the Year for Thick Skin, and Film Clip of the Year for the same track. But what many people don't realize is that Thick Skin isn't just a song, it's a statement. Featuring Thelma Plum, Donovan, Kee'ahn, and Jada Weazel, it's a collaboration that feels like a celebration of Indigenous talent. When he performed it live at the ceremony and brought out Donovan as a surprise guest, it wasn't just a performance, it was a moment. A detail I find fascinating is how this track manages to be both deeply personal and universally relatable, which is no small feat. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. Baker Boy is the first Indigenous artist to achieve mainstream success rapping in the Yolŋu Matha language. If you take a step back and think about it, this is huge. It's not just about the music, it's about preserving and amplifying a language and culture that's been marginalized for centuries. His success raises a deeper question. How many other artists out there are sitting on cultural goldmines that the world hasn't heard yet? From my perspective, Baker Boy's rise is a blueprint for how artists can stay true to their roots while reaching a global audience. Another thing that immediately stands out is the diversity of winners at the NIMAs. Birdz Fred Leone winning Artist of the Year, Drifting Clouds taking Best New Talent, and Bowman School and Community earning the Indigenous Language Award. All of these wins highlight the richness and variety of Indigenous music in Australia. What this really suggests is that the Indigenous music scene is thriving, and it's not just one genre or style. It's a whole ecosystem of creativity that's finally getting the recognition it deserves. One thing I find particularly compelling is the induction of Marlene Cummins and Saltwater Band into the NIMAs Hall of Fame. This isn't just a nod to their contributions. It's a reminder of the legacy that Indigenous artists have built over decades. Personally, I think these inductions are crucial because they connect the past to the present, showing how today's artists like Baker Boy are standing on the shoulders of giants. If you ask me, the 2026 NIMAs weren't just an awards show, they were a cultural moment. They showcased not just the talent but the resilience, innovation, and pride of Indigenous artists. What makes this really interesting is how it's not just about Australia. It's about a global conversation on representation and cultural preservation. In my opinion, Baker Boy's wins are a symbol of how far we've come, but also a reminder of how much further we need to go. So, here's my closing thought. What if every music award show took a page from the NIMAs book? What if we celebrated cultural diversity and authenticity as much as we celebrated mainstream success? It's a question worth asking, and it's something I'll definitely be thinking about as I keep an eye on Baker Boy's next moves. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below.